Hi students, in the second unit we have that is inline radial engines, V engines, and we have linkages, balancing of linkages. So we will see one by one. In this session we are going to see about there is a balancing of multi-cylinder inline engines. Here in these engines it is supposed to have two forces, that is primary forces and secondary forces. These primary forces are the real forces which actually acts on the particular cylinders, engine cylinders, whereas the secondary forces are imaginary one, which we will consider to have a balancing of these forces in the multi-cylinder inline engines. So here, when you call an engine as a multi-cylinder inline engine, when their cylinder center lines, the center lines of the cylinder are in the same plane and also on the same side of the center line of the crankshaft. So in this case, it is said to be inline engines. So this schematic representation will give you a clear picture on the arrangement of the cylinders and the cranks. Here we have two inner cranks and two outer cranks. This crank 1 and crank 4 are said to be outer cranks, and this crank 2 and 3 acts as inner cranks. So here the centers of the cylinders are on the same plane. At the same time, it is on the side of the cranks. So this is how the multi-cylinder inline engines would be here. And how you balance? So we have to balance the primary forces and also the secondary forces. So here the primary balance of the reciprocating parts of multi-cylinder inline engines, we have two conditions to be satisfied. The first one is the algebraic sum of primary forces must be equal to 0, or we can, if you use a graphical method, the primary force polygon must close. And the second one is the algebraic sum of the couples about any point. So first case, the algebraic sum of the primary forces. The second case is the algebraic sum of the couples about any point in the plane of the primary force must be equal to 0. Suppose if you solve by analytical method, the primary coupled polygon must close. Here generally a two-cylinder engine whose cranks would be at 180 degree, that is exactly opposite, and a three-cylinder engine with the cranks at 120 degree, and a four-cylinder engine. In this case they show a complete primary balance. So since the arrangements are in equal intervals and due to various reasons, so the complete primary balance is possible here. For a multiple cylinder which has more than 4 cranks, okay, there also we can completely balance the primary forces by suitably arranging the crank angles. So we can arrange the cranks with a different inclination in such a way that that particular multi-cylinder engine is completely balanced. And here these are the equations, the conditions we use for balancing of the primary forces of multi-cylinder and inline engines. Here this primary force is given as mr omega square cos theta, because this primary force is said to be unbalanced force due to the reciprocating mass of each cylinder. And this secondary force is mr omega square cos theta by n. You know what is m? M is the load, that is mass fixed at the crank pin. Okay, so that is a joining point of both the crank and the connecting rod. R is the radius of the crank or crank radius. Omega is the angular speed or angular velocity with which the crank is rotating, and theta is the inclination at that particular instant. And the secondary force is mr omega square cos. Actually here 2 theta should be there. So 2 theta by n. The unbalanced couple, it is mr omega square L cos theta, and the secondary couple is mr omega square L cos 2 theta by n. So here also the secondary force, in the secondary force it should be cos 2 theta as like you have in the couple. For analytical method we use this equation for complete balancing. Summation mr cos theta equal to 0, summation mr sin theta equal to 0, summation mr cos theta, mr cos theta, that is coupled polygon equal to 0, the couples would be equal to 0. For secondary balancing, similar thing, the algebraic sum of the secondary forces must be equal to 0, and the algebraic sum of the coupled support at that particular point in the plane of the secondary forces must be equal to 0. In case of analytical method, the polygon should close. And these are the equations we use for secondary balancing of this multi-cylinder and inline engine. So we have to replace the theta by 2 theta over here, and in suppose these above conditions can be manipulated in such a way that, or rearranged in such a way that we do some manipulations where this omega is replaced by 2 omega. So what happens? 2 omega whole square, so we will get 4. So that 4 has to be divided again, so that this equation, both the equations 1 would be similar. Similarly here it has to be replaced by omega by 2 omega, and we have to multiply this n by 4. And this condition are equivalent to the condition of the primary balancing of an imaginary crank of length r by 4n. So as I already told you, this is secondary is nothing but I mean the imaginary crank. Okay, this imaginary crank is known as a secondary crank.